All right. So we have some major news when it comes to Microsoft and Sony's console prices. That's right, you heard me. We just had breaking news that Sony is hiking the price up in multiple big markets for the PlayStation 5. You heard that right. It's not going down in price, it's going up in price. And Microsoft was quick to respond to media outlets reaching out to them about their prices. Let's get into everything that's being talked about, what everybody is saying, and what the companies are doing, and how Sony is not thinking about the gamers at all. Let's get into this. Alright, so you know the drill. If you like the content, hit that subscribe button and that like button. And if you want to be notified on future videos, hit that small little bell icon. And if you want to go that extra mile to support the channel, hit that join button. All the support is greatly appreciated. Alright, so, during console generations, it's kind of a fact that as time goes on, as the console keeps coming out, the price tends to go down. It's happened throughout the entire generation of every console that we've had, from the Xbox One to the Xbox 360, all the way back to the original Xbox. And this is the same thing for, I guess, Sony's PlayStation, where they would come out, bring out a console, and over the next couple years, it will go down in price, and you know what? Go on sale for even lower during the big marketing events like the holiday season. But it seems like Sony is doing the complete opposite of that. Instead, they've announced in multiple markets that they're going to be bringing up the price of the PS5 even higher because they need to for challenging economic conditions. Well, you know what? I'm starting to get really annoyed with what they're talking about and what they're doing, and I just want to get into the article and what is being said and what the prices are. Here's what's said in the article. Sony just announced that thanks to challenging economic conditions, the price of the PlayStation 5 is about to go up in loads of big markets like Japan, Europe, and Canada. Indeed, it looks like the US is the only major PlayStation territory to not be seeing a price hike, with buyers everywhere from China to Australia to Mexico also getting slugged. I'm in Australia, for example, and last year I bought my PlayStation 5 disc version at retail for 750 Australian dollars. It's now going to cost 800 Australian dollars. In the UK, the disc edition is going from 450 to 480, while in the EU, it's going from 500 to 550. The full list of regions affected and the new recommended retail prices, which aside from Japan, are effective immediately. Now, I have to admit that this was a massive surprise. I know what a lot of people are thinking. Where did this come from? And to be honest, I have no idea. This is kind of a crazy thing for me. I've never seen anybody do this where they bring out a console that, to be fair, is already overpriced for the power that it's getting comparatively to the competition. We have to remember, the Xbox Series X is a more powerful console, yet it was priced the same as the PS5. But now, Xbox has a more powerful console at a better starting price. That is insane to think about. And I'm not even talking about the Xbox Series S. We all know that's a little less powerful, but at a way better price for people that just want to join into the next generation consoles. Now, the Series X, which is more powerful, is priced better, and Sony decided to bring their PS5 up exponentially. And the funny thing is, they don't put this price tag on the United States. They put it on every other region because they know that the US is a very, very vital part to their strategy of winning the generation. They know a lot of sales come from there. PlayStation 5 has always sold very well in the United States, and they also know that Xbox sells extremely well in the United States. So it's funny that they don't bring the price up there, but they do it everywhere else globally because of reasons. Who knows why, but I want to get into Sony's full statement and what they said. Here's what they said. The global economic environment is a challenge that many of you around the world are no doubt experiencing. We're seeing high global inflation rates, as well as adverse currency trends impacting consumers and creating pressure on many industries. Based on these challenging economic conditions, Sony Interactive Entertainment has made the difficult decision to increase the recommended retail price of PlayStation 5 in select markets across Europe, Middle East, and Africa, Asia Pacific, Latin America, as well as Canada. there will be no price increase in the United States. While this price increase is a necessity given the current global economic environment and its impact on Sony Interactive Entertainment's business, our top priority continues to be improving the PS5 supply situation so that as many players as possible can experience everything that PS5 offers and what's still to come. Thank you for your continued support. All right. So you're going to tell me that you're charging $10 more for video games, you're bringing the PS5 price up even more, all because you need to because of global inflation, when gaming is making the most money it's ever done before in the history of gaming. So that's the reason why, yet you don't do it in the United States. I'm just getting kind of sick of what Sony's doing, to be quite honest. I mean, they have a terrible entry point at this point to get anybody to play games. And they're saying that they want as many players as possible to experience everything that the PS5 has to offer, yet you're going to jack up every single price tag there is. I'm talking about from the console to your software to your games, and there's even rumors that your subscription service is going to get a price hike. All of this just seems rather irritating. Instead of actually putting out some good news, like maybe you're taking down the $70 price tag, or maybe you're bringing the PS5 down a little bit, you just jack the prices up because that's what you do from now on. I'm just sick of it. I'm not going to lie. I don't even know what else to say about it. All I know is that if Xbox was doing this, that's right, I'd be the first one, and along with all the other people I hang out with and all the Xbox fans and content creators out there, would be calling Xbox out because this isn't consumer friendly. And this is happening in the middle of the Activision Blizzard deal where everybody's going after Xbox because, hey, they want to make sure for the consumer that that deal isn't going to hurt the consumer. Yet Sony is hurting the consumer even more because they're buying studios, bringing games out, and they're one of the market leaders, if not the market leader, in console gaming, and they're just taking people out of their console generation because of the price tag that they're putting on this. It's insane to think about. And in fact, Xbox had some response to this. That's right, they were ready for this, it seemed like. And this is what they had to say when multiple media outlets reached out to them. Xbox responds to PlayStation's price hike. Today, Sony dropped something of an unexpected surprise on the video game industry with the announcement that it plans to raise prices of the PlayStation 5 in several key markets. The price hike runs as high as 20% or more in some regions. The company cited economic pressure and inflation as the key driver behind this decision. Since that announcement, Xbox fans and commentators from across the gaming sphere have wondered if Microsoft would follow suit with the Xbox Series X or Xbox Series S. Microsoft has won a lot of ground in the current console generation by focusing on value via Xbox Game Pass and the more affordable Xbox Series S, which targets 1080p while bringing next-gen speeds. One could argue it would blow a bit of a hole in that argument if Microsoft raise its console prices at a time when families are struggling in a tough economy, and it would seem that Microsoft agrees. In a statement to Microsoft Central, a Microsoft spokesman confirmed that there are no plans to raise the price of the Xbox Series X or the Xbox Series S, reiterating that they will remain at their baseline RRPs in various currencies, including United States, GBP, and Europe. We are constantly evaluating our business to offer our fans great gaming options. Our Xbox Series S suggested retail price remains at $299 and Xbox Series X is $499. That is all I needed to hear, was that hard guarantee. Now, don't get me wrong. I understand that things can change. I understand that Microsoft can go back on their word, but currently they had a statement ready to go right when this news dropped. That shows that they might have seen this coming, or when it did happen, they had an internal review very quickly because they knew that the media outlets and fans were going to reach out immediately to understand if Xbox was going to follow suit. And you know what? After seeing the $70 price hike that a lot of publishers, including Sony, who's one of the first to do it, did, Microsoft was getting flooded with questions talking about, are you going to make your game $70? Well, you know what? They basically said no, and they haven't made their game $70. Now, I will say, so we can cover all angles, I want to wait till next year. I want to see when they start bringing out these Xbox Series X only games from first party to see if they're going to make them $70. But at the end of the day, they want to give games to more people, and they're going to be putting them in Game Pass. So I don't see the reason why they would even jack up the prices like Sony's doing. And let's be real, Xbox has ramped up manufacturing of the Xbox Series X and the Xbox Series S insanely. So yeah, they're out there, people are buying them, and they're selling very well. I don't think they see a reason why they should jack up the prices of these consoles when they're just selling just fine. And Microsoft has stated that they're doing great financially. I think Sony didn't have that great of a year. They're bringing out all these exclusive games, they're bringing out massive games, yet they're not talking about sales numbers whatsoever when it comes to their games. And that's where the money is supposed to be made for Sony, is on third-party games, first-party games, and software. That's what matters. That's where they get everything that they want coming to them. The hardware usually is sold at a loss. But again, Sony said that they make the PS5 at a profit. So why jack up the prices if you're making so much money from your third-party games and, of course, what fanboys would say is their first-party games? I think that they didn't sell that well. I think they're having a tough year. I think the console's selling well, and that's why they want to make more money from it. But I'm thinking that the software isn't where it's supposed to be. And they're jacking these prices up right when all the holiday games are going to drop, right when Call of Duty's going to drop. And maybe, just maybe, they want to get that last Call of Duty jump on people so they can get more people to buy the game on PS5, because they know most people are buying PS5 consoles, even though Xbox is right behind them. This isn't the same generation. This isn't the last generation where Sony's running wild and selling double the amount of consoles Xbox is. That's not happening anymore. And not to mention, PC has had a massive resurgence since about 2009 to 2011, and now they're even bigger because Xbox is dropping their games there day and date, and Sony is starting to drop their games there. It's all about money, and that's all Sony cares about. And for the first time in what I feel like a long time, I feel like Sony isn't looking at what the gamers want first. They're looking at their pocket lines, they're looking at their overhead, and they would just want to make as much money as possible while leaving gamers wanting more. Because let's be real, if you're paying that much money for a console, you better get top performance. Yet, you're not going to get that because Xbox is more powerful. Not to mention, PC is more powerful. So you're paying top dollar, the most expensive console in the world, for third best in performance. That doesn't sound great. I think Sony needs to reevaluate what they do. And most of all, I think they need to do what Xbox does. Putting gamers first. What do we want as gamers? If anybody is damage controlling this, trust me, they're not gamers. They're fanboys, they're console war fanboys, and nobody should pay attention to those people, because if Xbox did this, you better believe I would call them out, just like we did with the Xbox Live Gold price hike, just like we did numerous times before when Xbox hasn't done things that we liked. And that includes not bringing out any first-party games in 2022. So yeah, hopefully they have that same energy over on that side, because so far, I will call it out, Sony, you're messing up big time. But let me know what you think about this. Are you surprised that Sony raised the price this high? Do you think it's insane for them to do that? Is this the first time we've ever seen a console actually go up in price as time went on? How are they going to charge something more, aka hardware, when hardware is known to lose value as time goes on? Let me know down below, because I want to know what everybody thinks about this, because this is just pure insanity to me. So go down below and let me know. And I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, please hit that subscribe button and that like button to support us out the channel more than you know. And give me a follow on Twitter at Zalker87. I'm always on there talking games and sharing my latest videos. Plus, I love interacting with everyone there, so get on Twitter and let's talk about gaming. Also, follow me on Xbox Live. My gamer tag is Zalker87, just like my channel name. See what games I'm playing, and let's compete in achievements for the month. So right now, you guessed it, funny enough, I'm playing a Sony game on my PC. I've been playing a lot of Spider-Man, and I gotta say, I love it. This is one of my favorite games of all time. It's probably one of my favorite games of last generation, and I'm just having a blast playing it on my PC with my 3090. I'm getting about 80 to 100 frames per second, everything maxed out, 4K, high quality graphics, ray tracing, everything is running beautifully. And I'm having a great time because I'm able to play it with my Xbox controller. Not to mention, I enjoy it because I can transfer it wherever I go. I have a laptop, so I can play it there. I'm going to get a Steam Deck in a few months, so I can play it there. I love the flexibility of Steam, and I love the flexibility that Sony's giving me when they put their games day and date on PC. I'm going to buy them all there. I don't need the PS5 for that. And I'm also playing Multiverses on my Xbox Series X because I just enjoy playing it there. A lot of my friends are on Xbox, so we're on there playing Multiverses like crazy. I've probably put like 50 to 60 hours in that game on just Xbox, and I probably have another 20 to 25 hours on Steam from that game. The cross progression, the cross saves really makes it stand out. But let me know what you're playing. Are you playing something on your expensive PS5? Are you playing something on your Xbox Series X? Or are you playing something on your awesome PC? Let me know down below because I truly want to know what people are playing, and that's what we're here for to talk about, is games. And that's all for now. Thanks for watching, and until next time, remember, enjoy your gaming. Later.